Today we're going to talk about getting started in Google Slides. Once you're logged into Chrome, click on the Google Apps and you'll see that Slides is this yellow icon. Click on Slides and it will open up your Google Drive and help you create a new slides presentation. So I'm sure you've seen your teachers make presentations before. So I'm going to do the universal blank new one. So I hit plus for blank. And just like when you log into or create any new Google document on Google Drive or a Google Sheet or a Google Drawing, some things will look the same. So up in the upper left hand corner is where you'll give it a name. So you'll want to include your name in it. And also you want to include a little bit about which project it is. And since our first project will be multiplication, I'm going to add that there. You'll see here that that is showing you the slides icon. So if I hit enter, it's going to save that name for me. You can see all the changes are saved. So because this is a new presentation, it's going to give me an option to choose a theme. You want to make sure the theme of your slides doesn't get in the way of what you're trying to communicate. So some of these get a little busy. Sometimes the title page looks a little different than the following ones. So let's pick this orange theme because I do like orange. And you'll notice that it applies your theme over here. So I'm going to close that theme box pop-up. And you can see it says click to add title. So if I click there, it takes me into the text box. Mrs. Jordan's typing is a little off today. Multiplication facts. And then down here I'm going to say, by Mrs. Jordan. All right, so that is my title slide. I need to add another slide now. So just like always, plus means add. So I'm going to click add a new slide. You can see that the theme that I chose has carried forward onto this new slide. The orange background is simply for the first introductory slide, and now all the rest of them will have the same look but not the same color. So one of the things you need to think about for whichever presentation you're doing is what layout of the slide. So that first one we had was a title slide. So it's got a nice title box with a big font, but sometimes you don't need all of that. If you are doing a really long presentation, then they have a section header. So here's the beginning of a next section. Sometimes you might only want a title. This one is blank. This one says big number, and I'm actually going to click on big number for this project we're doing today. So the first thing would be 1 times 5 equals. Now I'm not going to put the answer on this one because we want to be able to pop that up and then have a student think about the answer. Now for our project where we're doing a multiplication fact slideshow, you'll take and you'll make a copy. So I used my right click button to get copy, but you can also say edit copy. And so now I want to paste that. So now I have 2 of that. So on this one, you can choose if you want your answer in here, or you could choose to add your answer down here, but you can see it's formatted a little differently. Like I said, it is your choice, but I think for mine, I like how it looks like this. So now, whoops, we don't want to hit enter there. It's going to add a line in the box. So now if we played this slideshow, it's only got 3 slides. Once you're signed into Google Chrome, to get to Google Slides, you'll click on the Apps tab and click on the yellow Slides icon. The cool thing about a slideshow is that you can easily make multiple pages that you can present up on the smartboard or on a computer screen. Today we're going to choose a blank presentation with that plus sign to say I want to add something new. When you first open up a new presentation, you'll notice that there are some things that are the same as when you open up a new Google Doc or a Google Sheet or a Google Drawing. Up in the upper left-hand corner is the box to put the title. I'll put my name and multiplication because that's what our first project will be. And once I give it a name, it'll save it. To start off, because this is a new presentation, it has automatically popped up this themes box to help you pick the look of your slides. You want to make sure that you keep in mind that you don't want to have anything too distracting from your presentation up on the screen. I'm going to choose this orange one. I happen to know because I've used it before that it's orange on the title slide, but then it is white on the other slide. So the nice title box has a big font that'll make it easy for people to read it when you're presenting it. And then down here is where you would say who is creating this. Now, on the left-hand side is where you'll see the list of all of your slides, and it shows them by picture, and in the center is where the current slide that you're working on is shown. Because we've selected a theme now, I'm going to close this pop-up box so we have a little bigger view. You can always go back and change your theme by clicking on the theme option on the taskbar here. So we have a title slide, but we need to add some additional slides that have multiplication facts on them. So I am going to click plus, just like we do in all of the Google Drive apps. To add something new, we're going to say plus. So you can see that it automatically remembered the theme I picked on this title slide. But as I said, this one does not have orange on it because it's a regular presentation slide. I want to show you how to pick a layout. So here, if you click layout, because we're doing multiplication facts on here, having a title on a smaller box, the layout, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So these are some other choices. Do you want just the title? Do you want to have a caption because you're going to add a picture? Today, I think the best choice for us for multiplication facts is this one that says big number. So I'm going to click on it and you can see it has a large box that already is formatted with a large number. When I click on the box, oops, I accidentally hit my right click button too, sorry about that. It is showing me my nice large cursor and it is formatted. So I'm going to add the fact 1 times 5 equals, whoops. And I am not going to put the answer on this first slide. Okay, we don't really need this box. So now if you look over here, it's showing you what that will look like on the left-hand side. And then for our multiplication facts, we need to now copy this slide because we're going to put the answer on a second copy of this slide. So I used my left mouse button to select the slide, and I'm going to right-click and say copy. The other place that you can go up and make copy and paste is under the edit menu. So I'll use that to say paste. So now I have a second slide that says 1 times 5. And so I'm going to add the answer to that fact on the second one. And now you do want to be careful that you don't hit enter after this or it will put an extra line in your box. So I'm going to click over here. And now you can see 1 times 5 is our second slide. 1 times 5 equals 5 is our third slide. So you'll continue to add additional slides and make copies to do all the facts in your fact family. When you want to present it, under the View menu, it says Present. It will pop it up full screen, and because I had that slide selected, it went straight to that slide. But if we wanted to start it from the beginning, we could say Start from Beginning, but there's my title slide, 1 times 5, and then 1 times 5 equals 5. Enjoy working in Google Slides!